Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela. I'm 31 years old. I am a mama and a wife. I've lost 23 pounds to date with the goal of losing about 50 more because that's what would put me in a healthy BMI range. Today I am sharing a what I eat in a day video with you. This video was actually filmed last week. I have a full-time job and it's been a busy time at work lately. When things are a little more chill, I can give more commentary as I go. That was not the case for this day, so you'll see me in current day chiming in here and there to kind of fill in the blanks for the clips that you're about to see. Where we pick up is with breakfast. If I can pull the meal prep footage off of my Instagram, I will put that in here because that does a much better job at explaining how I made the breakfast quesadilla that you're about to see. I'm meal prepping a couple of breakfasts for the week and I wanted to show you what I was doing. So the end result looks like this. It ends up being I don't know how do you say this? Is it tomorrow's or tomorrow? Tell me. But I take one of these wraps, I'm using the ancient grain kind, it's 1 point, and then to that I'm adding scrambled egg, 1 turkey sausage, and some fat-free cheese. I have mozzarella and cheddar, and then it ends up looking like a quesadilla. So then I'm going to cut this into 3 and then put them in these containers. I just figured like cutting it up quesadilla style would be easier to store than to try to fold it in a burrito. Plus, to me, the quesadilla looks like it's more volume, whereas when you fold that into a burrito, it's gonna look small, and I'd rather it look like I'm getting more, even though it's exactly the same. So I take the wrap, I put it in the pan, and then to the pan, I add the fat-free cheese. Then I put the egg, the turkey sausage on top, and then I fold this in half, and then I just kind of press it down so the cheese sticks to both sides so it's not maybe as likely to come apart. And then I'm gonna put it over there, my daughter, to cool, and then once they cool I'm gonna cut them into 3 and store them. Daddy's mad at you. Daddy's mean. Oh no. Mom or mediator? I think they're both the same. And there you have it. I've got 3 breakfasts for the week. I will probably get tired of this at some point. So for that, I have yogurt and granola that I'll do in place of that. So in total, each one ends up being 2 points. The wrap is 1, the cheese is 0, the egg is 0, and the sausage is 1. So 2 points for a breakfast. I generally like to keep my breakfasts very low. Lunch is 2, and then dinner is where I splurge. So hopefully the wrap won't get like soggy over the couple of days. So I'm gonna let these cool completely before I put the top on them to prevent the condensation. So I'll let you know. We'll see. So now the clip you're seeing is of the quesadilla at work. I just took it to work in a Tupperware container. The thing next to it that you see is queso dip. That should have been a 3-point breakfast, which puts me at 20 points left for the day at this point. The quesadilla was fine. I will say in the future, I will not meal prep quesadillas in bulk because they were stored in the fridge, and I kind of figured this was going to happen. The wrap gets soft, so in the future, if I meal prep anything like that, I will just make mini breakfast wraps. So I got this like years ago as an incentive for signing up with WW. So it's a collapsible salad bowl. So when I store it, like that green part folds in. There is a different compartments so I can put all of my salad toppings in there. Like for example, on the right hand side, those are pears. And if I would have thrown them on top of the salad last night, that wouldn't have been good. It would have been really soggy. And then that thing in the middle right here holds my salad dressing. So I thought this was really neat to share. even though I'm pretty sure you can't get these anymore, maybe on eBay. But my salad today, in the bottom compartment is salad, just like random romaine mix. Up here are cranberries and candied pecans. I got them from Walmart, pears and goat cheese, and then in the salad dressing is the Skinny Girl raspberry vinaigrette. I've never had all of this together before. I was trying to recreate a salad I had like a month ago. So this should be pretty good, and in total, this will be 6 points, I believe. Okay, so now I'm jumping in after you see that salad. I had jumped in on this day to talk about the salad. However, there is some identifiable information in the background of my video at work, and I can't have that obviously, so I will just be talking now. The salad that you saw was a recreation of a salad that I had had at a restaurant like a month prior to that. The pears that I put with the salad, I would not use again. They were canned pears, and the pears had a softer texture than what I would have preferred. So since then, what I've done is sliced up apples and used those in the salad instead of the canned pears. The other thing that I talk about in that clip is that part of the salad that I felt really made it even beyond being just good, but made it really good, was the candied pecans that were in it. I can't find them when I go grocery shopping, so I want to make them on my own. I would prefer to use granulated monk fruit sweetener, but I haven't done the research to see if that sweetener does anything when it's heated up. I wouldn't think it does, but it might. So if I can make my own, I would do that in the future. The other thing that I don't have a clip, like I don't have a picture of, but the other thing I had after lunch this day was a Built bar. I do not eat a full Built bar unless I'm using it as a meal replacement because there's a lot of protein in them, and I get enough protein throughout the day. So I only wanted a little bit to kind of fulfill that chocolatey sweet craving. So what I did is I cut the chocolate mousse Built bar into 3. The whole bar in itself is 3 points. So one piece, if I'm cutting it into 3, is 1 point. That was a really good, like, sweet treat for after my lunch. I didn't need the whole bar. I just needed a little something. And now that should take me to doing my check-in with the WW app. So I pre-tracked dinner already. So if I keep eating the way I think I'll be eating tonight, I'll have 5 points left for dessert, which I'll probably only need like 2 or 3 of those. So for breakfast, I had the breakfast quesadilla, which was a wrap, which is 1, an egg, which was 0, the turkey sausage, which is 1, the cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese is 0, and then last minute decision, I thought the queso dip would be really good with it. And it was. I think I'll do without it tomorrow. But that was 3 points. And then lunch was 6. So the dressing was 0. I didn't put the lettuce in here because it's 0. The goat cheese was 3. And the cranberries and candied pecans were 3. So 6. Dinner is going to be a breakfast skillet. So that's only 4 points, and I had a lot of points left, so my plan is to have a piece of toast with that. This is how I make my breakfast skillet. So it'll be eggs, peppers, onions, potato, and turkey breakfast sausage. Usually I use a whole package, but I'm just going to use half, because I really don't think we need all of that sausage in there. So that's 4 points, and again, if I have my afternoon snack, which I don't know if I'm going to, it's apple slices and a Baby Bell mini light semi-soft cheese. I have like an hour and a half before I have to be to a meeting, so I don't think I'm even going to have time. And then we pick up with a shot of what we had for dinner. I have made this countless times. It all came from the idea that I could make the Jimmy Dean breakfast. I don't know if it was a breakfast bowl. It's the breakfast skillet. It comes in a bag. I could make it myself. So what I do is I take turkey breakfast sausage that's ground. I put half a package. I think the whole package is 18 points. I didn't want 18 points worth of sausage, so I used 9 points worth of sausage. Put that in the pan, brown it up, and then Actually, I think before I even put the sausage in, I put the onions and peppers in first to soften them up. I put the sausage in, that browns up. I did the potatoes in the air fryer, and then at the very end, I threw in however many eggs were on my tracker in that clip before this one. And then I throw the potatoes in, mix that all together, and it is so easy and it is so good and low point. And you see my plate. It's a pretty decent sized serving. I had toast and butter with it, and then on the side, it is Fage 0% plain Greek yogurt. I use that as a sour cream substitute. I could use light sour cream, which is honestly probably what I would prefer. Well, let's be real, I would prefer to use real sour cream, but I already buy the Fage yogurt for my 2-ingredient dough, so it's just easier to use it up. And I think it tastes not quite the same, but close enough. And then after this clip, you'll see a bowl of Lay's potato chips. I am typically not a salty snack person. I would much prefer something sweet. However, if Lay's classic chips are in the house, I'm eating them. I don't know what it is about them. If they're in the house, I will find points for them. And actually, I think I go over by 1 or 2 points this day, which is fine. That's what the weekly points are for. Then the last clip that you'll see is of the, it's not very pretty looking, but it is a Smart Baking Company chocolate smart cake. That is 1 point. And then what I do, you can eat the smart cake on its own. It's good enough. But what I do is I take 2 tablespoons of PB2. It's powdered peanut butter, if you've never heard of it before. I mix that with 1 tablespoon of milk. It's no points. It's not enough for it to need to be tracked as points. So I throw a tablespoon of milk in there. I mix that up. It will be kind of runny. And to make it more of a frosting, I use powdered confectionery swerve sweetener, which is 0 points. I don't know exactly how much I throw in there. Maybe like a tablespoon. Mix it up and it'll be thick like a frosting. So then I take that and I put it on top of the smart cake, and it is basically a chocolate peanut butter cupcake. It fulfills that craving for me. For a while there on my Instagram, this is all you saw at the end of my day. So what I typically do on my Instagram, if you don't follow me there, is I post my meals of what I'm eating. I took advantage of a sale that they had at the beginning of the year. So I think I have like 3 more boxes of the chocolate smart cakes down in my deep freezer. Amazing. I've also tried the raspberry. Not a huge fan. The lemon is pretty good. Would like to try to have that with like blueberries, but not fresh blueberries. Like maybe frozen blueberries that you warm up and add sugar, but not real sugar, like monk fruit sugar, and like make it syrupy and put that on top. And oh my God, I think that would be really good. And then the cinnamon is really good. So if I had to rank them, I would say chocolate is the best, then cinnamon, then lemon, then raspberry. I've also tried the buns. And the buns are fine. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. But if I'm making an order and they have a good sale, I would order them again. The buns end up being 1 point. So I think that's everything that I wanted to check in with about my what I eat in a day. I think I ended the day at 24 out of 23 points for the day. I'll double check my app, which means I used 1 weekly point. If you don't know what I'm talking about with weekly points mean, so I get my dailies. I'm on the blue plan. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. I'm on the blue plan. I get 23 points a day, and then I get 42 weekly points. So think of it as your 23 points are your like daily budget, like money, right? That's your budget. That's what I can use. If I want to go over that, then I can pull from my savings account, which are the weeklies. And I don't usually touch them much throughout the week. I save them for the weekend because the weekend is usually where I splurge a little bit more. So that's it for my second what I eat in a day video. If you like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up so I know I should keep making them. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So if I can pull the Snapchat meal prep, if I can pull the meal prep video off of my, if I can pull the meal prep, oh my God, I can't talk. If I can, on my Snapchat for a little bit, it was all you saw at the end of my day. Why do I keep saying Snapchat?